Hello, guys. Welcome to Tally the Vote. I'm Christy, and as always, I'm joined here by David and Jamie Joe. How are you guys this week?
I'm all right. There's a lot of cringe to get through, but we're here.
There's a lot of cringe, but like overall, outside of Big Brother, not so much cringe. Inside Big Brother, lots of cringe.
I
You
think
know,
that's
I'm
pretty
feeling
normal.
I'm feeling like no one lied to me, so I'm thinking that's a pretty good week after watching the BB House. So,
Or if they lied, we don't know about it yet, so we're not upset.
Yeah.
well,
Yeah,
people lied, people claim other
omitted.
people lied that didn't. I mean, there was a lot of that going on.
And I feel like in the end, if as long as you're not bored, it's all okay, right? As long as it's not
Well,
boring.
I mean, we do watch it for entertainment purpose, so there is that. Speaking of entertaining, we normally, hit this at the end of the
Oh yeah,
recording,
but we
but
have
I really wanted to bring it right into the beginning because it was the
yeah,
first thing that like flashed in front of our eyes,
yeah.
and that was that was Julie's Mr. Roper jacket with all that paisley. Like,
Mr. Roper wasn't very flashy though, so
it
I
was
don't know.
it was so I don't know. I don't have a it's good, it's bad opinion of it. It's just very there.
Yeah,
It was very there.
sometimes she's very there, and sometimes you don't notice her. But when you do notice her, it's for a
I like when
reason.
she had to prompt Cedric like 3 times to get him to finish his compliment, and then she goes,
Yes.
"Not that I'm fishing."
Well, yeah, because he doesn't get to go vote, so she doesn't get to hear the young boy tell her how gorgeous she is this week.
Yeah.
Boo hoo. So,
Yeah, and also Chenbot had like a minor malfunction on her religious board when she was God good, good God, God, good God.
oh, I think my daughter and I we said, oh my gosh, something just happened. I think that was just like a code word. God is in everything. God is good, and God is good in everything. It was something like that, right?
It got it
I,
got
I
fumbled on.
I did like, serious note, I liked her exchange with Chelsea because when Chelsea called her Auntie Julie, she recognized that that was a compliment
Yeah,
culturally, and she acknowledged it. I thought that was cool.
Yeah,
That she said it. She said it was my honor to be called
her
an auntie
honor.
by you, or
Yeah,
something, which I thought was really very
yeah.
cool.
That was good.
she is the mother figure of that house. Let's be. I mean, as much
But
as Brooklyn wants it to be her,
it
it's
is not her.
Julie.
I think it was really great. And that gives more points for Joseph, how he called her, he literally called her Chenbot to her face.
Yeah, he's growing on my scale of he's awesome. Every week he gets a little bit closer to awesome.
Well, one of my favorite BB watchers in real life, Chris, he thinks he's very creepy. And I said, but is he creepy? He's like that mustache. And I go, well, you don't got to date him, but if he's not creepy, he's a Big Brother fan. And him calling out Chenbot was absolutely showing that.
And listen,
Thanks, Joseph.
Chris isn't entirely wrong because the thing is that mustaches have a long history of creeping people out in the Big Brother world. Like Corey's mustache almost tanked this game last year.
Okay, but his was because it was the lack of a mustache. It was like,
It was very
that's why
smart.
that's creepy. If you cannot grow a full mustache, you probably shouldn't try to. That looks gross.
Yeah, but
Sleazy.
Joseph's mustache is like bordering on
Purposeful.
like a Ben Stiller like comedic value mustache.
I think it shows his
I
his
feel like
personality.
I feel
He's
like
doing it ironically.
there it is. Yeah, I feel like it's an ironic gesture.
And I'm
Well,
down
and
for
the,
that.
and then like the '70s workout outfit he had on tonight.
He does have some funky
Uh
outfits.
that has to be what's coming up for the thing, right? Because Leah
Oh,
was
because they
wearing
were
it.
all in. Yeah, maybe. Oh,
And
maybe
I,
that
I
was
looked at Leah.
costumes they provided.
I
They
looked at Leah
were
and I thought, what
yeah,
is going on, girl?
but they were all wearing some very strange bandana. Like,
Right,
I mean,
right.
granted, Tucker's was probably the loudest of all of them, because clearly he wants eyes on him the most.
I mean, he went
But
full Wolverine. I wonder if he was clocking that the movie'd come out and he's missing
I
it. So
think I think the most important thing that Tucker has brought to this game and will bring to this game is the resurgence of the evote to evict.
yes, he
I don't
said
even
that.
think he did that on purpose. I think
I
that was a
vote.
complete accident. I think
I
he
Yeah,
vote
stumbled
to.
that's
E-
over it.
I vote. I
I
vote to
agree.
e-vote.
I vote to
What?
Right.
evote.
he has no idea he did it and doesn't
Well,
know.
No, he doesn't.
I think he realized he did it after Julie corrected him.
Yeah.
To be clear.
Yeah.
Right, but I don't even think he knows the Evo thing, right?
I don't know. I'm not sure. If he doesn't, that does bring some kind of idea of that being a magical phrase. So
It like
it
unlocks,
just
unlocks a
naturally
certain power.
happens now.
And Julie's all about people voting, apparently. I mean, that was interesting.
Well, Julie.
And I had a thought when she said that. I'm going to put it on the screen. The house guests have no idea.
Yeah, they
That's
don't know.
right.
I don't think that they were even told about the shots fired all the way that whole week to like Joe stepping down.
Did that happen before? Did that happen since?
It was the week they went in.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh.
So they podcast read the banner. The banner says house guests still think
Hey,
Joe
David?
Biden is running for president.
David Bott is experiencing similar.
I was going to say, is that my earphones or is that David? Okay, thank you.
Am I popping?
Yeah, you're kind of going in and out.
David's popping.
Really?
He's popping
Yeah.
and locking like a b-boy.
Is that any better?
No, not
No, it's still
necessarily.
doing it. It's like it's going in and out.
Huh.
I wonder if they're about ready to die. The battery's about to die, maybe
On my big old microphone?
on your.
That's
Oh,
on-
On
no.
your earbuds.
Oh no, it would be. You're right. It would be your microphone. Never mind. So riveting.
Riveting radio.
Riveting.
Okay, so while David figures this out, Christy, let me ask you, because I've shared some of this conversation with David, but I haven't really heard
Yeah, we didn't get to talk last week at all.
where your thoughts are on this. So we kind of see that Tucker had a plan going into this week. He came up with this plan, which on the surface seemed that's a pretty good plan, right? Like, okay, you want to out Quinn, so you're going to get Quinn out.
It's a great plan if you're the HOH.
If you're the HOH. But
Or
that's-
if you're in a majority that matters.
but I think
He's neither.
to be fair, I think Tucker believed he's in a majority that matters.
With whom? What's his
He-
alliance? What's the name?
Dude, there's
Crazy
like 7
cuckoos?
of
I don't
them.
know.
There's 7 of them. There's like the Andersons. There's the
Oh, yeah, the
Pentagon,
Andersons.
There's the ball players. There's like 3 others. I don't know.
I
But
think did I fix my sound, by the way?
yes,
Well, yes.
It was going through the,
it's smooth as butter.
Oh,
David.
see,
Silky
I
smooth.
thought so. Okay.
Okay. So he, regardless of the situation, when he first brought this to everyone's, hey, I have this idea. There was some hem and ha. There was some that might work, but there was no confirmation that we are definitely doing this.
as a matter
It
of
didn't
fact,
matter.
Cedric said we're not doing it.
But the following day, he did receive that, no, we don't have the votes to do it. We don't have enough people. Right? But
Mhm.
is what I kind of witnessed is Tucker go through the same thing he did when he went to Angela, and Angela said, Quinn has the power. Quinn has the power. Quinn has the power. And his response was, no. Lisa has the power. It's not Quinn. Trust me, bro. It's
Bro.
not Quinn.
Oof.
So, does Tucker just live in an island in his own brain? Is he what's going on there?
He
Tucker
seems
lives
to
in
be.
Tuckerland.
He seems like this week, like it seems to be progressive, right? Like
Yeah.
it wasn't quite. Now he's like really out there. Now that he's won a couple comps, like after he won the AI one tonight, it was it was a little vomitous.
braggadocious, yeah.
A little vomitous, actually.
Well,
It was bringing back big time dick energy.
yeah,
That's
he-
big, capital D, Big Brother Dick, not.
I know
a-
evil dick.
Yeah, evil Dick.
See,
Thank you.
Okay, that brings up a discussion that I had tonight with my husband. Do we see a villain forming? Is this like an origin story? Is he the villain this season?
Maybe he doesn't want to be boring.
Quinn's a pretty big villain at this point too.
I don't feel like Quinn is a villain because this is why. The reason I do not think Quinn is a villain is because he has probably the best social game in the house right now. He just has terrible execution. Like his strategy is
He has
terrible.
lied to everyone. He's been caught by everyone.
And he's
no
still-
one trusts him.
No, David, you're wrong. He's been caught by everyone and he's still sitting in the damn house when he didn't win to take himself down. Because
Because
his
Kenny
social
wanted to
game-
go home. And because the House made a commitment, and you know this, they made a commitment that whoever America put up, they weren't sending home. Now, it has nothing to do with the fact that it was Quinn.
But okay, I'm going
You know
to
that.
say
You watch the feeds.
I do, and I'm telling you that those who watch the feeds would probably unanimously agree that Quinn's social game is flippin' excellent. They all really do like him. Even when he lied to him, he was able to. That doesn't mean it's going to stay that way and the tower isn't going to crumble. He's just, his strategy is piss poor. But like literally everyone was like, it's fine, Quinn. We don't even care. We don't even care. Whatever. They don't get, like even Angela, when she was like, Quinn, you would have played the power. Like you would have played it. Like you're a fan of the game. You would have played that power. Nobody else.
You can only use it the first 4 weeks.
Yeah.
And if you play it, it just puts a target on you. If you don't need to play it, why play it? You'd only play it if it's going to save your own skin.
But Angela, the person who loves to make accusations and claims and be wild and over the top, literally chilled and was like, "No, Quinn, like you're a fan of the game. You would have done it." And that's the worst heat that Quinn got under after all of this. That's it.
Really, I think we have to acknowledge Angela's chilled quite a bit in the last week.
Well, I mean, with she has to with all the sobbing and thankfulness that she has thanks to Tucker saving her from the depths of hell on the veto chair.
Maybe they gave her maybe they got her Xanax or something refilled. I don't know.
I mean, there's no doubt in my mind tonight if Tucker loses AI, he goes home. That's how the House is leading.
I think Tucker is, definitely moved himself. That's the thing. In this situation, Quinn was forgiven pretty quickly by most people. Why? Because there's a whole shit show happening in front of him. And he's not in it, and he's not yelling, and he's not arguing.
Well, and here's the thing. When they say stuff like, "Oh, you lied to us, you didn't tell us," it's like, dude, what was I supposed to do? Like, literally,
his defense
what was I supposed to do?
Actually pretty solid, where it was like, because you guys would target me, like you're doing right now.
Exactly, like because of this. But, and I thought, honestly, and whether Tucker had a good plan or not, it was not his HOH to dictate. So, and it was pretty ballsy of him to be like, kind of like flexing on that and acting like he was, dude, you're putting a super big target on yourself. And for Cedric, putting MJ up there and making her use that when he couldn't be one of America's picks because he's the HOH was good for his game. Yes, did it make it risk for somebody else?
Well,
yeah, but it's still good for him.
MJ and Tucker have a little alliance too, and that's talking about that. Yes,
and then MJ getting all mad and be like, "I'm coming for you. I'm coming for you." Which is also ridiculous because
MJ is so butthurt about losing an advantage that was only good for one more week. I mean, she's like visibly angry about it.
And you know what that advantage was for? So she could save her own skin, which she did tonight. She saved herself. Yeah. Now, because they forced her to save herself, so what? That's the game. Don't tell anybody then.
Okay, I'm going to intervene and say I am assuming that the largest portion of Mackenzie being butthurt isn't about that she had to go and use this power. It's the fact I don't think she would have been nearly as upset as if Tucker did not say this wasn't the plan. You weren't supposed to be up here. Because that makes it look like there is something very nefarious being aimed towards Mackenzie specifically.
Well, but that's on Tucker.
Agreed.
This is why he's not making any friends in the house anymore. Except
but he's making friends with Rubina.
Whatever. But then the difference between how old is Tucker?
In his 20s.
Okay, he's in his
27.
Cedric is
maybe
19.
A couple years younger.
Is Cedric 19? No, what did they say
he's
he
like
was?
21.
Is he old?
He's the youngest in the house.
Yeah. He's the youngest right now.
But he's not 19 because I did a little analysis on the ages last week. You weren't
right.
Sure,
You had the Carl pull his birth certificate, find out when he was born.
There's only been one candidate or one contestant under 20.
Okay.
There was one.
Well, when he came to him and he was like, "This was the plan," he could be like, "No, you had a good plan to flush. There are 2 powers in the game.
Yes.
Okay, 2. We can only flush 1. Which one effectively is the better one to flush? We don't necessarily need to send Quinn home. But we could flush this other one without even sending her home. So it's like, how mad can they really get? I don't know. This was the better choice, I thought.
I think Cedric's choice was an excellent choice for his game and his HOH, and every single statement he made was incredibly valid. Tucker had a grain of validity there, but he was not paying attention to the bigger picture, and that was bad in his game.
If people are jumping on,
he was aggressive.
Yeah.
And I'll dare say he was a bigger bully than Angela ever was, the way he spoke to Cedric.
I'm going to disagree and say they could be equal, but I don't think he was bigger.
I mean, I thought he was just
talk to me for the week. I'm coming for you. He said basically said you're dead to me, and he called him an MFer, which they cut out of the the show.
That just shows
instead of bleeping it. So I don't know why Tucker's getting the positive edit, because they didn't put that in, and it really didn't play.
I don't think he's getting a positive.
He's not getting a positive edit.
Well, they could have left that in and bleeped it, and they didn't. So why?
That's true. I don't know.
But also they could have put a lot more involvement in that whole Angela and Takor thing.
Yeah.
Because
but I'm saying the casuals don't realize how ugly Tucker really behaved.
But also, he might have behaved fairly ugly in that. But again, this group of people, they're all over it. They're over it. I mean, Cedric probably has it in his back pocket, like, all right, I'm going to watch you, and now I'm definitely going after you.
Are they over it, or are they just more mature than him that they can shut up about it?
And that may be it.
I'm going to file it away. And that was why I brought up their ages, because I was super impressed with Cedric this week. For being the youngest contestant, he didn't get upset. He didn't get paranoid. He didn't get defensive. Every single time he listened to them. And when Tucker was being so rude to him, right, and kind of like pushing him, like being bossy.
I think it looked to me like somebody pushing around a younger person, thinking they could get their way.
And Cedric held
by just being aggressive and mean.
Mm-hmm. And that's hard. Usually, I would expect he would blow up somebody that age.
And to me, it's a lot worse than calling a grown man crazy eyes.
But I will. Okay, so we can mince words back and forth. If someone called me an MFer, like, I'm going to be far less offended by that than somebody making fun of a physical appearance of mine. That would bother me more than someone just using a swear word. Like,
calling somebody that is very much all about the tone of it.
Yeah,
but the tone was not good, and again, they didn't show it.
It's disrespectful, bottom line. I mean, it doesn't really matter. We can say, oh, this was worse or this was worse. At the end of the day, it was disrespectful and it was poor sportsmanship.
But what's interesting is in the Facebook hell that I've joined, you don't know about this. I've joined Facebook Big Brother pages, and I have to leave because every admin on those pages is like Nurse Ratched. They're angry. They're going to tell you what's... I had to leave one page because every 10 minutes the admin was sending a thing about what she would approve and what she wouldn't approve, and it was like ridiculous. So you can only
like no spoilers?
No. They were both spoiler sites. But
she was laying down the law of her land.
Right, and so and then we have this other one where
I think that one's run by Ainsley.
Own posts for like an hour and a half after the show.
Ainsley
and then that's it.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but anyhow,
it was.
But my point to this is they didn't give Tucker anywhere near the hate for the aggressive behavior that they gave Angela. I mean, they're still complaining about Angela 2 weeks later.
Newsflash, in case you didn't recognize this, Tucker is neither female nor a person of color, so he gets a free pass on being an Arab.
Oh well,
and he's
also not, dare I say, 50.
And he's not ugly.
And ugly. Well, I'm sorry, she's not ugly, but...
No, but like, yeah. No,
that's not what I meant.
I will say
he's very attractive, right. I guess.
If the roles were reversed, if that was Cam sitting in that chair saying that, if it was Cedric saying that to Tucker, it would be villainized far more than it is now. And that's the sad reality of how
the stereotypes would come out, right?
Yeah, I think
why is it be angry?
That makes sense, I think.
No, but let's be fair, okay? Because we are not talking about the Olympics. You know, we're not talking about the nightly news. We're talking about Big Brother, which has a long, rich history of snarky, bad moods, terrible gameplay, and crappy
Banging on
attitude.
pots when people are trying to sleep.
This is what
Yeah.
sells, baby. And that's why Tucker still got the edit he got, because this sells the papes. Look at Evil Dick, we talk about all the time. Evil Dick today, in today's world, would not survive in that house and the wrath that would be on the outside of that house. This is the closest we get.
Oh,
Yes.
do you know they're actually going after Angela's job, which I
Yeah.
think is pathetic.
Well,
Wait, what does she do for a
And
living?
if you engage
Real
in
her.
that and you're listening to this, you're pathetic.
But
Don't do
what's
it.
interesting, what is interesting that did come from that, as I'm glad you brought this up because it is something I kind of wanted to talk about. They, of course, they went to her job, and this is not the first time these, people have to find better things to do with themselves. But they went to her job, and her job issued a statement that was like, "Hey, this is reality TV. She's playing a character.
And she's a
This
lovely
isn't who
person
she
and we
is.
like
She's
her.
a lovely person."
She probably
And-
sells a lot.
And I felt like, oh, that's an interesting way to phrase this, that she's playing a character, because it's something we've already talked about. Like, this is not a real, this is
But
this is
they're
not who
all
she
playing
really
a
is.
character to some extent.
I mean, we do when we just go out, but like Angela's playing a character.
No, but I'm saying
Like-
when they go on the show, I don't think anyone's ever completely their authentic self. Since like maybe Ian.
No,
Ian would
probably
be like
not.
the last person who was really himself. on
But
the show.
she's had a lot more experience playing a character since she's been on all these different shows.
She is, she's a seasoned actress. She,
But I
She
just
knows
can't
how they're
believe
gonna
there's
add it.
There's people in the world that would like call somebody's employer based on
Oh,
what
yeah.
they see on a TV show. It's just these people are pathetic
Yep.
and
Listen,
sad.
we live in the day and age where people will call people's employers based off of an argument that they had in social media. So
That's true.
sadly, this is the society we are all steeping in. I did want to say that I really, really loved that when they were. There's two things I loved that Cedric had Tucker explain the whole scenario to the house because it was Tucker's plan.
Well, and he got them all to go along with it. How awesome was that for him? He's playing a great game.
It was great for Cedric, but it was actually also good for Tucker because it minimized rumors.
I don't
And-
think it was good for Tucker at all. It made
I think
Kimo
it
mad
was-
at him. It made a bunch of people mad at him.
No, Chemo's not mad at him. Sorry, honey. Not even for a second.
Kimo said flat out, he just called my name out.
Yeah,
Kimo might
because-
think
Yeah,
he's
people don't like their
attractive. It
name
doesn't mean he's
being
going to vote to keep him.
It's true, but like an hour later, they were playing Kiss Kill Mary, and Tucker said Kiss was Chemo, and Chemo's over it. He is Team Tucker again. It's fine.
Do you really?
Yes.
That's awesome.
Because Tucker said he would kiss Chemo.
Yes. So the thing that I thought it was better for Tucker's game than there being a bunch of individual conversations and rumors building. It was a good clean slate moment. So,
Yeah, and it didn't have to be full of anger. It was just like,
No.
okay, these things were said, and I could tell you, but
Yeah.
let's just go out here. I'll tell you all at the same time. It's not a big deal.
right. As far as a house
That's just-
meeting goes, that was very minimal carnage. I
Yeah.
also really enjoyed that Quint did get to make the point of like, if I was such a great player, we wouldn't be having this situation because great players don't get called out like this. Good point. Good point. So yes, Quinn had his moment on there.
But I will say, if Tucker wins another competition, he might
Yeah.
explode.
He might
Because I don't think there's another step for him. It's just going to be like,
just blow up. Yeah,
Explosion.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. His ego could not be contained any further in his human suit.
In kind of an associated point, I wanted to raise this. Do we think the AI in the 3 nominees is going on till the end of the game?
no.
I don't
Because,
know.
and here's why I asked the question. It's a very, very, very calculated question for this reason. The way the game is structured right now, somebody who can win comps cannot be backdoored and sent home. Because they
True.
always have the AI competition. So the point of the matter is you can put Tucker up next week, he's going to win the AI competition. Right? No, unless they come up with something he can't win. Like maybe a spelling bee.
Maybe. I don't know how well he spells. I don't know. He might love spelling like he loves puzzles. They might give him like some crazy.
Oh my
ass-
gosh.
And
For
then
those
he
puzzles. What was the
spells-
other thing he screamed his love of? Cookies or what was the thing?
I love biscuits. He loves
No,
biscuits.
biscuits.
But
There
to
we
get
go.
my point is, never before in Big Brother do we have a situation where a comp beast cannot be sent home
Yeah.
if he wins.
Yeah.
But I don't think they'll continue it all
And I
season
think it
because-
messes the game up.
Yeah, I think they're doing
Also-
it here at the beginning so it doesn't get
I
boring.
think the
about, you know,
veto should be
Yeah.
after the AI. That's what I think.
Well, you also
AI
remember,
narrow it to
like-
2, then do the veto.
But remember how many competitions? Okay, this is why I think this isn't going to change anything as far as comp beasts getting pushed out. Because they always have the crapshoot competitions, and when they feel like they need to lift the odds a little bit in someone else's favor, it'll become a crapshoot competition.
So
They'll
do
just
you
throw
think
it in.
they selected this because they knew Tucker could win and they wanted him to stay on TV?
No, because this is a weird competition. I'm sorry if you've ever been in the Chuck E. Cheese tunnel trying to get tickets, you will know you're not all created equal in this game.
Oh,
Like,
and
Okay,
I think
no,
that's
there's
a
a
great
trick.
competition. They should keep it. by the
There,
way.
it is
I
a great
like it.
competition. The trick is you have to stay low.
stay
Because
low,
once
which
the
you did.
air gets it, but the way if you were just on the bottom, you can grab them off the ground and just with the other hand transfer them and keep grabbing and keep grabbing. And
He was
Tucker,
putting in 3 and 4 at once. It was kind of amazing.
yeah, but everybody else was like trying to grab them out of the air. Don't do that.
Listen,
people.
this is okay. This is where you know what the conversation we had last week, where David, you know, you were defending the idea of the unfairness and the bias going against the older generations in these shows. This is one of those competitions. I feel like you know what, maybe your thoughts lend to it because, listen, Kenny, he's showbiz pizza generation. Okay, Tucker and Quinn,
He had a chance.
they're Chuck E. Cheese, baby. They got that machine. They know how to play that game. Stay low to the ground, widen your palms. Kenny's up there just grabbing it.
I don't know. And I always felt like you tuck your shirt in and you just shove everything down your
Yeah.
shirt as like a big pocket, and then you could then they could just like put them in. But
There's a million and one ways that you can make your way through this. I don't think Kenny's heart was in it entirely. Also, I have to say that
I don't even.
Kenny's
I don't
wanted
even-
to go since the first day. He doesn't care.
Well-
He wants out.
Yeah, you said something interesting, Jamie. Jamie made the point earlier in a chat. We were chatting. Yeah, you were on it, Christy, but I don't think you were active at the moment.
I was trying to keep up. Yeah.
Yeah, Jamie
Some
made
people
the
have to work
point
for a
that she
living.
thought even if Kenny won, he might take down Tucker and go home.
He
I
might
didn't
self
think so, but
evoke.
Jamie thought that was a possibility.
Yeah, he wanted to go. It's all he talks about. That's why they did the joke about with the thumbs up and thumbs down
Well-
montage.
Well, yeah, and apparently they took him into the diary room and told him if he said it again, they were going to pull him from the game.
Yeah.
Because they said it was bad for the game and they just can't have
It is.
And it
People
is
hate it.
Mhm.
We were sitting here and I'm watching with my daughter and he's talking to Julie afterwards. And I'm glad Julie called him out on it and he said, "Oh, me and my wife were big fans. We've watched this. We've been trying to get on the show for years." And she immediately goes, "And then you want to quit as soon as you get on." Basically, that's what she said, right? And I said, "Okay, so you miss your family so much. I have the best wife in the entire world. And my kids are blah, blah, blah." Okay. You missed them. But dude, when you get home, they're going to give you hugs and tell you you did a good job. But somewhere they're going, "Really?
Really?
Yeah,
Dad?
look,
Really?
look, I have two
We love you
boys.
too, but can you get some money?"
Right.
I
At
have
least-
two
gotta go-
boys, and I wouldn't want to model quitting for them. I just
Right?
wouldn't.
Yeah.
I don't even.
I'm okay with him. I mean, regardless of what because the thing is if he wouldn't have gone home this week, he would have done the same thing next week. I mean,
Oh, no. Yeah. He
and-
should have
and
just.
as
he
I
should have
had
just pulled himself. But
as I had said to David, I can understand where, as far as the other game players go, yeah,
invisibility.
Kenny's
He's got an
not
invisibility
the-
cloak.
He's a
He
wizard.
just keeps flipping it over.
You're a wizard.
What? Look at that. You're
yeah,
a wizard, Tabby.
for those that are listening and not seeing, David's
He's-
apparently magical.
He's
It's
magical.
interesting.
We always knew this.
But the idea that Kenny it's better to keep Kenny in the game and it's a bad move keeping Tucker or keeping Quinn. Yes, that's not totally wrong, but when somebody doesn't want to play the game, it's like if you're in war with a soldier who just wants to die, That's really dangerous for you.
It is.
Yeah, but
Because you can't tell them anything.
if
They
I'm in the
wanna
game
go.
right now, I'm getting rid of anybody but Kenny and anybody but Angela because they can't win. They literally cannot win. So they're basically
Okay.
a non-existent number.
If you knew that the second you walked into the house, maybe, because then you will have not. But some people may have started playing game with him. Cedric and him were bonding,
Yep.
right? So you go like, oh, and then all of a sudden that person becomes like toxic like that. You want them out because you can't. You
Yeah.
can't continue with them.
They have a
They're going to
quitter's
pull you
virus.
down.
A quitter's
Yeah.
virus, and they're contagious. They're gonna get you. You got to get them out of there. It's best for your game. To
And if
not
they
have
and
that
if they suck at it, what if you accidentally tell them something or have already told them something? Like, I don't know, I was in the Marines.
Now, how is
maybe.
he in the Marines in intelligence at 20?
because he's just super smart.
That is some big lying right there.
Think so? I don't think so.
Yeah.
You never know.
He's been
It
in the
seems like-
Marines in intelligence and he's not anymore at 20.
Yeah, but that is a weird thing to. I mean, it's one thing if you're going to tell that to your house guests, but if you're telling that to CBS and that's what is coming out as your real, that's not something people are going to lie about.
Well, I wouldn't think that CBS would put it on if it was not true, or CBS would put like down where they would do it, like put it in quotes under his name, like intelligence.
Ding.
Uh.
Or like Debbie on Survivor,
Yeah.
hashtag intelligence.
Oh, I liked it when Survivor did the thing of her saying the different things. It was like ding, ding. They were like counting all the things that she's like in a little montage.
The
Yeah, no.
repertoire.
Anyway, sorry. We slipped into Survivor.
So,
Sorry.
okay, do
Go
we-
a little bit.
It happens. Do you?
Oh, and just a quick note on Survivor.
Oh gosh, here we
The
go.
new
Here we go.
new promo doesn't make me want to watch the show.
The new promo doesn't really
Jeff is like,
show
"Oh,
much.
the cast is so great."
Oh,
yeah,
Thanks,
David.
Jeff. Now you're taking over the promo too.
David, I cannot tell you how shocked Jamie and I are to hear that.
My mind's blown.
I can't even believe you would have said that.
That is.
You're not wanting to
shocking.
watch? What?
But I will
Speaking-
watch. I will hate watch
You will
every
watch it.
season. And I will.
Speaking of fake shock, and jumping back to Julie again, I just have it out for Julie this episode. Sorry, Julie's like intro when she's like, and Mackenzie blindsided everybody.
Yeah.
God, girl,
They're
no,
really trying to
no,
hype up how
no,
hype up
literally,
the yeah. No, literally everybody knew.
Everybody knew that she had
There's no
power
blind side.
and what the power was. That's why they put her there.
It was the opposite of a
Wouldn't-
blind side.
Wouldn't it have been funny?
It was a fully 2020 sided side.
It was.
Wouldn't it have been
Thought
funny
that
if they called it America's veto and we spent the whole week thinking that America got to vote and they actually brought America back and she got to pick the person?
Oh my God! That
And like they didn't tell anybody it was America.
That's funny.
That would have been awesome.
that would have
I
been.
saw a meme, it was like it was America was going to pick.
Oh my gosh! I wish they see that makes me excited. That would have been amazing. Way cooler.
That'd have been silly.
Way cooler than them saying, "Okay, America gets to pick," and then they're going to show us like everybody's plea to America after the decision's already been made.
That made no sense either.
Show it
Yeah.
last week, silly. It's like show it like the last
Yeah.
episode. Give America a taste of the, she wants everybody to, defend their case.
Yeah, that was really
CBS.
strange.
Well, it's a new concept, so maybe they have some bugs to work out, but
Well,
I don't think it's
so
gonna.
far the powers have been worthless, but now the power is going to be played. Whoever wins HOH is not HOH. Quinn is HOH.
And it's the 4th week, so it's the last one to use it.
Yes,
So
she's
you
going
either-
to use it. Why wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Well,
Unless they're still doing the asinine, I don't want blood on my hands, which is like the worst. I'm always happy when that ends.
here is yet another moment where we go, okay, Quinn is actually still pretty safe because like socially in his game. Because if he doesn't have HOH, whoever has HOH, he just goes to them and says, "Here's my power. How do you want it to be used?"
yes.
And that's it. That's it. It's done. He's no longer in danger. He's fine. By the following week, Quinn will go to the backside a little bit and someone else will be pushed forward. I mean,
Yeah.
now 2 weeks from now, he might be up on the
Right.
block again.
Once they get past this
I
little bit.
think I thought Kenny, Quinn, Tucker, Angela, it's just a matter of when they go, not if they go. I think
But I-
MJ and Lee, a lot of people are talking about them needing to go. Nobody is talking about Tigor. Nobody is talking about Chelsea. Nobody is talking about Rubino. Well, now they are because she's in a showman's. But up until
Nobody's
then,
talking about Joseph.
And
oh,
Joseph.
they are though. No, they are talking
they?
a lot about Joseph. Joseph is scheming hard, but he's getting no airtime. So if you go to
Maybe that's
you
the
go
best
to
scheme.
Hamster, there's a lot of Joseph material, but he's not getting any air for it. So he must not,
They must be thinking it's going to play out more later. Nothing's
or
really
he's not
come to
in an
it.
alliance that forms of any significance.
Yeah.
Is all I can think.
Joseph is fine. He's okay because there's again, this is just the thing with Big Brother. 50 alliances, one that might matter, right? But Joseph, he's got himself into a pocket right now. I think he's okay unless he says the wrong thing to the wrong person. You've got Tucker, you've got Cedric, which I think he has the numbers to stay safe. But you have Chemo, like he's been brought to attention. You have Quinn, and you also have Cam because for the first time in
Oh,
this game,
jeez.
they've pulled Cam out because this was a blindside to Cam. I don't think Cam is even a syllable as close to upset as Tucker is about it. But
Right.
nonetheless, he's there and he's upset.
I think the way it went down, if Tucker was seriously trying to get Quinn because of he's got too much power or whatever, he lied to everyone, whatever. He did just the opposite in how he acted. It's
Yeah.
literally given Quinn a place to kind of hide behind.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I really hope you're right. I hope that Quinn's not on their list and that he can kind of divert himself and be like, "Ooh, okay, that's kind of weird over there, what he's doing. Let everyone look over there."
I think he's going to be okay. I feel like Tucker has the personality that just enough time and he's rubbing enough people the wrong way and maybe one the right way.
Listen, Tucker, I have liked Tucker the entire time until this week where it was just a little too much. It was like, ooh,
Yeah.
dude, turn it. It doesn't have to be at 11. Turn it down just a little bit.
Right.
But I think he's definitely that kid that you went to school with that was always interrupting the class. He was 100% the class clown.
Yeah.
Wanted the attention.
Okay, I mean, I'm not a doctor here. I'm not making a diagnosis officially, but he feels like the kiddo that's definitely got some history with ADHD.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe a little oppositional defiance in there.
Yeah.
Maybe,
Oh yeah.
just maybe
Natural rebel. Yeah.
a speckle or
And
two.
and possibly a couple other personalities in there because did you hear that British accent? Or no, sorry, Aussie. The Aussie accent. And you know how I am with an Aussie accent, right?
Oh, I loved it. It was so dumb. It was fun.
I mean, Tucker and I we can hang out. Our accents are just, we can
Dude,
really do the Aussie
You
thing.
guys have got that accent down to an art. It's an art form at this point. Yeah, that competition too, by the way, that just I don't know about you, but watching them, I feel like I was watching these contestants do their best to not have hissy fits. It was just one of those things that would probably just make you so mad by the end of it that I would be like Sweet D on Always Sunny, and I would be goddamning it every second of the way.
Oh wait, we can't say that. Yeah, that was really funny when Angela corrected herself.
Yes. Oh, sorry, we can't say that. I think there's been a lot of cussing with these folks, huh? With
Another thing that was apparently very potty mouthed in the Big Brother house, which maybe they would just beep it. It's fine. CBS, you can show it. Just beep it out. We're fine. We'll use our imaginations.
I have no idea if you can hear me.
Yeah,
I can hear you.
You can hear me. That's odd. My screen is totally frozen.
Yeah. Currently, David is having an eclipse down there in the Miami.
Interesting. Well, I do have to say, we have to have a pause now for
Oh!
5 to 7 seconds.
Commercial break
Okay.
pause. So everybody hang with us for about 7 seconds.
Starting now. And we're back.
All right, thank you.
Can somebody write down where we are as far as the time, because I can't see it?
40:04.
We time traveled to that just for you guys.
What was this? What was?
We
I can't
counting
even-
our seconds.
Oh my God! Who did that?
How are you raving right now? What just happened? Put your hands up again, Christy. I don't know.
And then
Okay,
I did.
David's a wizard. He's disappearing. Christy has got some sort of rave.
I shot laser beams, y'all. You don't even know. Doot, doot, doot.
Listen,
I don't know.
we never once proclaimed any sort of professionalism in this
What?
joint.
I just can't get it to do it again. It's not gonna do it. Okay, sorry guys.
We're gonna look
Anyway.
into that one and find
Well,
out how
here's the
that
interesting part. This may be the longest podcast in history, because I don't know if anyone else is going to be able to end it.
I
I'm
can.
frozen.
I think I can. I think I can. All right. So
Christy's got boss power, no
maybe,
doubt.
maybe.
All
Well, I
right,
did
who do
shoot
we-
lasers.
Who do we want? Who do we want as HOH?
Well, okay, that's
It
another
doesn't
thing.
matter.
It's another thing. They had plenty of time to start the game. Why are they staying around talking again tonight?
I don't know, because they want to waste our time and not let us see fun stuff.
These hard ends of the week where they're not giving us a little glimpse into what's to come. I don't like that.
Oh, hey, this just in. There's a new alliance that has formed 10 minutes ago. Brooklyn, Chemo, Rubina, Takor, and Tucker have made an alliance called 5 Points. There you go.
Are they against the Pentagon? Pentagram?
I feel like if the shapes battle it out.
5 points and 5 points? I don't know. Or is it 5 points? Is that like a New York reference? No, those guys are not all from New York. So
Yeah, I don't know.
oh, that's right, because Tucker's from Boston. And
Well,
if you were from
yeah.
Boston, you get his jokes.
Yeah, if you were from that, now he's got no one to understand his jokes now that Kenny's gone.
Yeah.
Kenny left the house. He's in his car park. He's in his car park drinking Boston Lager. Like, he ain't got time for Big Brother. He's got kids to deal with.
He, Kenny, I'm really disappointed in Kenny. Lots of us thought he would go. I mean, he was an undercover DEA agent.
Yeah, what the heck? Listen, we got David
I'm
back.
trying to
Speaking
get
of
it to do it.
undercover DEA agent.
Yeah.
David, while you were gone, there was magic that happened. Christy joined a rave. There she is again. There it goes again.
How is that even possible? That's so cool.
I don't know. It must be an Apple thing.
Oh my God. It's AI. It's AI.
Oh, that is so awesome.
But I stumbled upon it. I was trying to make fun of Tucker's thing, what he did with the thing and then it did it all by itself. It was pretty amazing. Anyway.
Okay, for those of
All right.
you who are listening as a podcast, lightning is shooting out of Crispy's eyes.
Yeah, there's this is a weird place. You have found us on a weird night.
Yeah.
Okay,
Welcome.
I'm back.
Anyway.
I have to admit, it gets weirder. This isn't the weirdest it's
But
ever
this is
been.
not even as weird as what's going on inside the Big Brother house. All right.
Okay, so Jamie, you think Quinn is going to cozy up to whoever wins HOH and try to make it seem like he's not taking their thunder?
I don't know if he is or not. It would just be a smart move.
Yeah, but he hasn't done anything smart the entire season.
Yeah, we'll see.
Quinn?
Yeah.
He doesn't have good strategy.
Can I just say something here to you, Jamie, and to our viewers? David, you can not listen for 1 second.
Plug your ears.
Every
Get back
single-
out of here for a second.
Every single time there's somebody with long hair on Big Brother, David hates him. Why?
David has curly hair.
David.
He
He has not.
David has a long curly hair prejudice. It's true. It's a
No,
thing.
look, the guy has lied to everyone. He has gotten caught lying to everyone, and he gets on the cams and he's like, I'm so evil, I'm such a liar. And it's like so contrived. I don't dig him. I don't dig
If
his
he had
vibe.
never if he had never told Chemo about having the power
He'd be
and
fine.
Angela started, he'd be fine because he could have played the whole thing like, who's believing Angela? She's a freaking nut job. She's
Angela
just trying to
tried
cause
to tell
problems.
them, and they didn't listen. They didn't believe her because it came.
I would not. Absolutely.
Doing
So
my
why
best
tell anyone else?
impersonation of Bill Maher. New rule: don't tell anyone about your power ever.
I would,
And if you do, don't be
Yeah.
mad when people find out.
I would very, very much appreciate that if going forward there was some sort of thing that said, if you tell here's your secret power up. If you tell anybody, it's void. That's it. Don't tell anybody. Because what did we say when Quinn got this? That's quite possibly one of the coolest power ups. Christy's powering up right now, like Captain Planet.
Which works
It was
for
one-
me.
It was one of the coolest power ups that I've seen. You know, but mishandled when you tell the wrong person or anybody. In this case, don't tell anybody. We do this every single year in Survivor. You have an idol. Now shut up. Don't tell anybody. Don't tell
Right?
anybody.
Here's the thing. If you cannot be loyal to yourself by not telling anybody, how do you expect them to be loyal to you? You literally betrayed yourself the second you told
You
someone
can't
about
be
it.
mad at somebody else for ratting you out when you tell them your biggest secret in the game.
Duh. If you're going to tell one person, you might as well have a house meeting and tell everybody.
I let Tucker do it.
And then just go like, I'm not going to use it. Just so you know.
If
would
you
that
have
make
a power and you're going to tell one person, let it be Tucker and call a house meeting. He can explain everything. It'll be fine. It's fine. It's better than the way this went out. But, whatever. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. This is nothing new. Big Brother. Oh, there's a spin. Oh, there's a twist. There's a power. And it totally didn't work.
I agree with that, Jamie, but these powers thus far have been inconsequential to the game.
Yeah, because they're never used correctly because people tell other people.
Well, right. If Angela, they were backdooring her and she got up and went, haha, didn't work, that'd be better.
Yeah. Okay, we kind of skipped over the fact because Tucker did his little hissy fit, so it sort of took the thunder of Tucker moves. But it was really fun when Tucker took his veto and just put it on Angela. That was really fun, Big Brother. That was the blind side for the viewers. It was a blind side for Angela. Everybody made super dumb shocked faces that were real.
Yes. And then she hugged him in a way that started making me feel uncomfortable.
She's just getting a squid.
She was getting in there for that hug. And it was a little too, I don't know. I don't think she might not be invited back to
girl just
Utah.
can't get a hug. If she'd have been 25, you would have thought anything of it.
Oh no, she was cradling his. It was very I don't know.
She's his mommy's age, so
I do not hug my kids like that.
little weird.
Sorry, it was a little weird.
She's mommy age. It changes. I could say he's a really pretty boy, but if I I'd be like, oh, that's crossing a line of creepy, officially.
Very
Okay,
much
guys.
so.
Okay, HOH next week. Who do you want to have HOH? Who are you hoping for? David, who do you hope gets it?
Oh,
Not Tucker.
Absolutely, because he
No.
and Quinn will fight for the whole week and it'll be good TV.
True. It would be. Christy?
Okay, you know what? That would be fair because if Tucker, but then Tucker would just have to not use him as a replacement, right?
No,
Yeah.
but Quinn would totally be like, I'm going to do this, and Tucker would be like, it's my HOH, you can't
No,
do
but
that."
the only way Tucker can use it on him now or get the best of him is if he doesn't put him up in the first three, and then whoever pulls off there, then he puts him up because then it can't use it after that, right?
Right.
Once
Right.
it's used, it's used.
So
Well, you know what's interesting? They didn't say when he has to replace them. Could he replace them after?
well, that's
the
what I
AI?
wondered. That's what I wondered.
Because
I'm not
with MJ's, it was specific. It was a veto and had to be used at the end of the veto meeting. They told
No.
her that, but I don't
Yeah,
know
I'm
that
not
they ever said it.
entirely sure when it has to be. Like, what's the limit on when it's played? Um,
I
It's
think when it was explained, I
replace
have
the
to go
house
back
guests.
and watch. I think he replaces the house guests and provides the replacements. I think
Yes,
he
that is
basically
true.
takes the HOH.
That is true. That is true. But why would he use it if there was nobody there he wanted to take down and replace?
well, this
you're
is
right.
the thing,
Clearly, if even one of his allies is up, he's going to use it. Why wouldn't he?
but again, to go along the lines of Quinn is terrible at strategy, when he was telling Chemo about having this advantage, he was saying the way that he wanted to use it is he wanted to get HOH, and then he wanted to make his picks and then have the AI come in and replace his picks. Like he was going to sabotage his own HOH.
Well, that's actually kind of clever.
So if he were to do that, but he went and talked about it, so it ruined his ability to do anything.
Yeah.
But I don't know that he has a plan exactly of how or when he would use it. But I think that largely depends on who an HOH would be. So if you had somebody like, say for instance, I think someone like Cam, if he had the HOH, I think that he could work with him on it, give Cam the reins on who gets picked. And I think it would go smoothly. But if it was somebody like Tucker or Leah or Angela, I think he would get tangled in a mess trying to give them that power of his, like to assist them.
To use it for them. And
Yeah, because there's too many. I don't have a better term to use, but there's a few people that just play a real wackadoodle game, and like you can't make wackadoodle moves with the wackadoodle without putting your ass on the line drastically. So I don't know. As far as who I want to win HOH, I kind of want Joseph to get it. I want to see where Joseph really is starting to align.
Well, if he was, then we might get some montage of some of the things he's already been doing.
Right.
And I think it would be really great to see him do an HOH where he lets the people come to him and how he handles that. Because I feel like he's a very savvy player, or can be. He's thinking bigger.
He's observing.
He is.
I think he's very.
Space.
Joe's just.
I don't know.
Just so
Okay.
much.
Are we even watching the same show? I don't even know.
I'm with Christy. I feel like there's more to it. I mean, maybe not
because I've heard even on the TV, I've heard him say things because I'm not watching the feeds. I've heard him say things that I'm going. He doesn't.
Well, no, and the feeds
think,
say he's scheming hard.
Yeah.
I think Joseph is
but
really
no one cares.
Is it nobody cares, or is nobody understanding that he's scheming? The other players.
I think he's incredibly
good. Scheming is when they don't know you're scheming.
That's true. They're not calling you out. Good players don't get called out, David.
That's right.
I have seen no evidence he's a good player.
I don't have the David button here to highlight this, but Chrissy Heckman says that the season has been so crazy, and Chrissy would like to see Angela be HOH again. That could bring in a lot of chaos for sure. I think that's all that she's capable of is chaos.
Okay, that's the other thing too. When people were saying like, "Oh, we can leave Angela in here; she's not going to win anything," but she won the first HOH. Is that then the admission from the rest of the house that everybody pretty much let her win it that first week because nobody else wanted it because no one wants to win HOH the first week? Is that what?
No, that was one of those. It was just a slidey thing, right? You know, it's like a point.
Crapshoot game.
Sure,
yeah.
But they didn't see her as winning the first HOH as she could win anything. They're like, she can't win anything.
The defense.
So it's like, but she did. So that means they must not have tried.
And the defense that Angela can have on that too is that it was a crapshoot game where she became HOH, but the way she wanted her HOH to go worked, and she got her way. So. And that's hard to do in a game where you're nominating 15 people and 17 people are competing.
That's true.
In every veto.
I mean, she did. Her HOH did go her way. She got what she wanted, but she also nearly had herself up in her HOH. Like, what's going on? What are you doing? What's going on?
It's Looney Tunes, I'll tell you what.
Oh, what are you gonna
Yeah,
do?
I would like to see. I would just because of curiosity, I'd like to see Joseph at an HOH. I don't see any updates yet about the HOH competition or who won it. I will check one more time, but I'm going to tell you, I don't love this whole let's watch these people creep down the stairs and have awkward TV instead of showing the HOH
Yeah.
competition.
Do you think it's going to be an endurance one? Are we due for one?
I don't think it is. I mean, they
For week
definitely
4?
didn't. They definitely didn't start it yet. If it was endurance, if we
Oh,
got
that's true.
if we got a
Who
new,
knows if we'd know anyway?
They're not going to waste a good HOH on this one. I don't think.
Okay.
yeah.
They're not going to do the wall here. Well, no, wait.
No.
I take that back. BB is known to waste good competitions, so.
And this is going to be the highlight of the week's conversations. I'm pretty sure of it. We had Tikor and Chemo having a conversation, and Tikor is saying that it's dangerous getting close to Tucker, and Chemo says Tucker will protect us. Tikor says until he doesn't. Chemo says exactly. And that's the strategy we're getting from Chemo. Oh, bless him. He's a doll.
He is. He's a nice guy.
Yeah.
Would let him babysit my kids. Okay.
Yes. And he could. He's so nice. I like him. I like
next week.
I like how quickly he tried to hide behind the furniture when his name was called out. That's how you do it. Just listen for your name and then disappear.
Next week we're gonna get to see a couple returning players just for a little.
Oh, they're having
recap.
that special episode, right?
Yeah, we get to see Jag. We get to see Taylor. So you're happy, right?
Yeah.
And we get to see who was the third one. Was it Corey? Not Corey.
It was Corey. Not.
Yes.
No, it wasn't
Corey.
Corey. It was the other Corey.
Corey's brother. What is his name?
It's Tucker's best friend. Come on, you can do it. You can do it. You got this.
Nah.
I can't.
I'm really okay because I'm not a fan, so I'm just gonna continue to watch you guys not
Josh,
remember his
Joe.
name.
Come on, you're the brains behind this whole thing.
I don't know. Good-looking
What's
guy,
his-
dark hair. I can't remember
Corey,
his name.
bright blue eyes. He's
Mhm.
from New England. He's from and his brother. His last name is Italian.
Mhm.
It's Calafori is his last name or something.
There
Right?
you go. That's all you need to know. Yeah.
But I can't remember his first name.
Well, he's going to wear tight pants. He's probably going to have a nice, lovely sweater on, and he's going to just sit there and talk about how, CBS is great, and that's it. The show's great.
Sure.
That's all it's going to be.
And Julie's beautiful, so that's all.
You're so beautiful.
That's
Beautiful.
listen, Jamie. That's how you get asked back.
I failed. I'm sorry. I have failed on this before I even had a chance. I have failed. It's okay. She is beautiful, but I wouldn't be blowing smoke up her ass every day.
I'm not. I'm about how about somebody tell her she's smart for once?
God, that's a good point. That's a good point.
Like I'm
Oh,
just not
that would be outstanding if somebody said, Julie, you know what? I just want to say, I appreciate the intelligence you bring to the show. Your physical appearance does.
or like
that would be just because she wouldn't even know what to do. She'd be like,
what? Or if it was like
"You don't
some
think I'm
other kind of
beautiful?"
a non-physical compliment, like I just love the sound of your voice. It's so calming, or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I'd still be like, yeah, it's fine.
It's meh.
Well, that's gotta happen. Somebody's gotta go, Julie, you look kind of average tonight.
I appreciate when people get on there and they go, hey, Julie, I am voting for so-and-so. And then they just move their little ass right
I'm
over.
e-voting.
Can we talk about the damn call-outs getting out of control again? There went Christy.
Well,
You know,
they're
she's-
always
All right.
they're always a little bit out of control anymore. But I've got to say, Angela's tonight was really something. I mean, she was giving decorative advice.
Yeah. Are you hanging the thing in the...
I was like,
That had to be a code word, right? That was like,
you think that was like
I think it was a code. I think it was the code. That was too weird. Why would he be doing something 3 weeks later?
It's probably on the honey-do list. You know she's got one.
He's
that
getting-
says
wait.
Xbox on- After
He's
her
getting-
very important session with the Dr. Phil.
He's getting henpecked from the diary room, you know? He's like, God dang it.
Get your shit.
Oh, what a
I
nag.
had 90 days. And
I would do that. See, now my list is getting longer and longer of things. My shout out would be, Chris, get your shit done. That's it. I love it. You're just making me have all these great ideas of how to be a terrible house guest. Guys. All right. You know what? I don't think we have anything else. We don't know who
No,
the
that's
HOH is because we live in a new weird world of Big Brother where we can't show HOHs. So
Or not yet, I guess.
I don't have any updates for anybody on that, but
I just really hope that by that Angela's still there. By the time they do the competition where they go around the circle and they get smacked with something, I want. Do you know what I'm talking about? Where they go,
that
it's like,
sounds fun.
thump,
Yes.
thump, thump. Yeah, I think that would be great. I want to see.
She'll say
Angela's
things
too.
like, "Oh my gosh! Oh geez!"
"Ow, ow, oh,
well, Jamie, this week we do have a special announcement.
oh yes."
Go for it.
What is that, David?
Well, our show, with the help of the Jay and Jack Network, has been pushed out as not only on YouTube but as a podcast, and
Yeah.
you can find it on
I
iTunes,
mean-
Spotify, iHeart, Amazon Music, and maybe lots of other places.
Okay, here's
Yeah,
what I'm gonna say.
If you'd preferred not to see David's mug, you could
Or
watch
this.
because
Which is
he
an
just disappeared.
understandable reaction. Oh
Yeah,
my God! How did you get that to happen?
Go out to podcast land. You will miss the treat of watching Christy perform fireworks, laser shows, all sorts of things, and the screen behind her.
Sorry.
But yeah, you can listen to us on the
Okay,
podcast.
and you know what? You can watch, you can listen.
And
If you watch and don't
subscribe
listen, yes.
and leave a
Like
review.
I don't know. You
Leave
can
a
even
review. Like,
you can
like
even
the girls
download
are
it,
fabulous.
you know?
Dave's a moron. I'll accept it.
So
you could download it. That helps, right?
here's the first.
I already know. I mean, I've been podcasting with them for 2 years.
I'm
or
going to
3.
give
It's
the
been a
I'm gonna
while.
give
I don't
the
know. Who
audience. I'm going to give the audience a honey-do list. Okay.
Uh
All
oh.
right.
First thing, if you're watching this on YouTube, like, subscribe. We got to give Crazy Hanks the props that Crazy Hanks deserves. There's tons of other fun stuff on this channel provided by Crazy Hanks, so check it out. If you go into the realm of podcasts and iTunes and you want to leave a review, you may. You shall. Try to be nice because we're not professionals. We're just
And then,
here
like,
for fun.
Follow us there.
You
Follow
can beat
us.
me up. I'm cool with it.
Follow us on the podcast. You can also go to Facebook. You can join our Facebook group, which is Tally the Votes on Facebook,
Mhm.
where we share fun memes. And if there are updates that are really necessary to share, usually we'll post them there. David will provide links when there's voting opportunities through CBS. So
Mhm.
get on there, share your opinions. We promise the admin is mean, and we're not going to delete everything and have a really, really, really,
Yeah,
you
we
know,
know. do
big
that.
fury of strict rules. It's all for fun. But yeah, you have a variety of places you can find us. You can also find us individually on the Twitter. If you are on YouTube, you can see our Twitter handles. I won't go through them.
That's also my Insta, so you know.
And the Insta, Christy tries to avoid the bird place.
And,
She tries to avoid the birdscape.
It's the one thing I will still dead name. Sorry.
Yes.
who will be
Twitter.
the first person to send an email?
No.
We've asked.
No. I
We've begged.
No.
Christy, you sent an email, so you can't even be part of this.
I threw this in reverse so hard. I don't even want you to send an email now. You know what? Please don't.
Christy says if you
David-
send an email, F you, we're not reading it.
David doesn't even remember the password to get into the email account. I bet. So
I don't,
you
but
know.
the iPad does. So
Oh, okay.
How
So,
about
I
this?
mean,
in,
you know.
in lieu of poor review, send an email.
Oh, you can do that.
There you
Absolutely.
go. Then we can at least say
Um,
we got an email.
Yes.
That's it. Even if it's not a nice one, we don't care at this point. We are
You know what?
Okay.
Send us an email or put
Podcast.
a comment in our Facebook group. Tell us who your top 3 are. Maybe you don't agree with us. Maybe you think Brooklyn is the bomb.
Yeah, well, she's definitely the mom because that's all she talked about.
I have a question right now. Let's end on a Big Brother question.
All right.
Okay.
Everybody must answer this.
Ponder it.
Who is playing the best game at this moment so far?
Okay, but okay.
We don't have to answer it.
Define it.
No, you
Define
have
it.
to answer it.
You
We have to
define-
answer it. Oh, I
you
thought
have
this was
to
for the group.
define this though, David, because there's people who are playing the game and there's people that are just not doing anything because they haven't had to. But is that really playing the best game, or has that just been they've had a better opportunity?
Okay, it's you, but
It's
there's a
your
qualifying
opinion,
thing.
so use whatever criteria you'd like, I guess.
There are people who are not playing the game, but also not paying attention. That happens every season. And then there's people who look like they're not playing hard, but they're paying attention. They're just kind of like idling, just waiting. Those are the people I think are good. And but I don't know who's playing the best.
So,
game.
well, I mean, who do you think, if the gun to your head right now, who would you pick as the best player so far this season?
I feel like the best active player, like people who have made moves we can see, is Cedric.
Okay, so
Yeah, you know what? I might go with that. He's had an HOH. He's done without causing too much damage. I mean,
he's just
Tucker's
not-
won a lot of stuff, but jeez.
Yeah. Cedric is still beloved in the home. No one's gonna be, oh, we choose Tucker over Cedric. It's not happening.
Right.
So
Right.
Cedric. Yeah, Cedric. If you guys disagree or you want to make an arguments can be made for other people, for sure.
I'm split. I'm split between Chelsea and T-Core. I think they're both playing really smart games, social games.
yeah, I can't disagree.
I think I'm leaning towards T-Core playing the better game, but Chelsea's right there. So I'm going to go with T-Core, but
yeah, I think they're both sitting in a good position right now where they're watching the game play around them. And they only Takor really hasn't had a place to make a move, but so far Chelsea's really only made a move or stood up vocally for something when it was necessary. So she's playing
But
a
I
very
feel like
difficult game. Yeah.
But I feel like, do both of them have equally likable personalities in the house where people like them both? I feel like people
differently
Yeah,
likable.
Chelsea's got her core group. Like she's got her
Yeah.
core buddies that she hangs out with. I think Takor is a little bit more widespread socially.
Yeah,
That's
and
what
she's-
I'm
and
feeling
she's
too,
a little
yes.
quirkier, but I think in a lovable way. I don't think it's like
Yeah.
a weird way.
No, it's not
Like,
weird.
a
It's
Quinn
not
way,
threatening.
where
It's
you're
not.
just
Yeah.
weird. Sorry.
Yeah, I think.
Who reads
but
as
I think-
weird?
Quinn.
Yeah, I
Don't
think
talk about
either
Jamie
one
that
of
way.
them, are they're playing smart. Thus far, they're playing smart. I think I wish Takor would maybe do a little more of the things that she'll like talk about and say that should be done, because she does have some really great game ideas, but she's not doing them.
Well,
right
but-
now, she doesn't really need to, but if that stays
Right.
like that, she'll miss her opportunity.
I think right now the smart move would be let the idiots fight with each other.
Agree.
and, you
Yeah,
know,
whenever somebody wants to put a target on their own back, let them. Period.
Yeah.
Like, just let them do that. It's fine.
Mm-hmm.
well,
But
All right.
I
Is
think
that
we're
it,
done
guys?
until next week. I may or may not be on next week because we're taking the youngest to college to move into his place
okay, so
In the middle of the week?
on Thursday. Yes.
Okay, so question: would we be opposed to having a Friday night episode next week? Because I have literally everything in the month planned on that Thursday.
I'd be
Oh,
fine
next
with
week?
Yes.
Yeah.
You do too? Oh, Friday. I could probably be all right. Yeah,
Friday I can do. I can't.
I'm
can't
good.
do.
That's funny. My kids go to school on the Sunday after your kids. So, yeah, we're all saying bye to all the kids.
Well,
Bye.
we're gonna figure it out, but it looks like it'll be Friday, so it
Yeah.
won't be right after the episode.
But that's all right, because that will give us a little bit of a chance to catch up on what's happening. HOH, we'll
Ooh,
have a little more to talk about.
yes. And I think that this is going to be the week that by the end of this week, I think we're going to be done with the AI thing.
Oh,
Ace
I
is gonna
hope so.
leave.
It's done.
It seems like that's
Sorry to be
What
such
it's
a
worth.
hater. I love Big Brother, and I complain about it the entire time. That's how I share my love of
I
it.
just hope that the actress got a lot
Well,
of money from
this is where I'm at
CBS.
with Survivor, and you never appreciate. That's my love language with Survivor. I hate it so very very much.
We live in a strange time, don't we?
We do.
All right, guys. Well, I think that's everything, and
That's
then
it.
we'll be chatting with you next Friday.
See ya.
Bye.